Be it a boyfriend, a god, a breeze, or a thought, honey, a cat, an acrobat, call it whatever you want, speak it true. Because to me, karma is nothing less than a big, yellow, rubbery clown shoe. Internets, my name is Peridiam, and welcome to my top 5 karmic ousters in Big Brother. You know, where people got what was coming to them in such glorious fashion. Because when Big Brother is at its finest, expect karma to be in the conversation and playing a major role in the moment. For example, let's talk about the twin twist from Big Brother 5. Remember the twin twist? Identical twins Adria and Natalie swapped places in the house for weeks and fooled the rest of the cast into believing they were one person. If they made it far enough, they could both enter the game at the same time, doubling their chances of one of them winning. And for the first half of the season, I was rooting for them to do just that. I was intrigued by this wild concept, and when they were on the block, I was praying that they would survive. I needed this time investment into their journey to pay off, something Big Brother Twist often failed to do. And then the moment was upon us, and they actually pulled it off. The gig was up, they both entered the house, and everyone was blindsided. Except Cowboy.
It's Holly. You. It's Holly. It's Holly. It's Holly. It's Holly. It's Holly.
No, it's not.
This seemed like Big Brother catharsis. I was rooting for one of them, and now we've got both of them on our hands. Just like Double McGum, it was double the pleasure, double the fun, and then just as swiftly as they both entered the house, it became double the pain. I don't know what happened to these two, if it was like buried in the edit, but instead of being likable and enjoyable together, they became a double-headed ogre that needed to go as soon as possible. Adria won the HOH and chose to target Will, not because he was gay, and then also Marvin, not because he was black, and yeah, things got weird. The twins became holier than thou, self-righteous, spouting contradictions and turning into the villains of this season. It's like Jason Scott walked out and then all of a sudden Jason Scott walked right back in. Everyone in the house wanted them out after this HOH reign, and that's exactly where the season went. Nokomis won the next HOH, put them both up, sent Adria packing, and then Natalie followed Adria in the next eviction. Girls, karma is a boomerang.
I think they're crazy as hell, y'all.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. If they do something that I don't like and I don't agree with, I will step up and I will talk to them about it.
I have a feeling that we could be seeing the next Jace brewing inside the head of household room.
Did the Bible
However you
have
wanna
something
do
to do
it.
with you throwing me up this week?
I do. I let my faith lead my life, and so absolutely it had something to do with my decision this week.
Don't even go there with me. Jesus told you to vote off the black dude and the gay dude. Get the hell out of here.
It's going to be a sad day for everybody. Choose to evict Will from the house today.
Now listen now, if karma's a boomerang, I'll see you sooner than later.
If what?
If karma is a boomerang, I'll see you sooner than later.
By a vote of 4-1, by a unanimous vote, Natalie, Adria, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
And you know what? Speaking of the girls, I can't make this video in good faith without honoring the incredible and incredibly petty eviction of Jennifer by Janelle on Big Brother 6. Because this is one karmic ouster for the ages. For a little context, there were two sides of the house this season, the Sovereign Six and the Friendship. They kinda hated each other, but continuously played up this Cold War each week like BB was some kind of game with honor and dignity. A big twist then showed up where Kaser, a member of the Sov Six, returned to the game. Kaser was the leader of the Sovs, he was beloved by their group and most of America, and he got a second chance in the same season. So we head to the HOH competition, and it is the most famous of them all, the pressure cooker. How long can you keep your finger on a button for a bit of power? The competition goes until dawn, the longest comp in BB history, and it ends when Kaser cuts a deal with Jennifer to spare each other if either win HOH. Kaser says he'll throw the comp to give Jen the opportunity to prove herself on their deal, and yeah, this isn't gonna end well. Jennifer doesn't nominate Kaser initially, but then after the veto is used, she turns around and does just that. And the crowd went mild and began to froth at the mouth. This moment of betrayal, going back on the deal, was so brazen. Such a big middle finger to Kaser after he just returned. Stayed up all night in the pressure cooker, brokered a deal, and for what? At the very least, James should have been the target. Howie just evicted Sarah, but nope. Jen went back on her word, and so right after Kaser is re-evicted, Janelle, Kaser's closest ally, wins the next HOH, puts up Jen on the block, uses the veto on her ally for whatever reason, and Jen is swiftly evicted right after her double crossing of the king.
So Jen, you have your word?
And we're backdooring James. So we're all after James.
You swear on your life?
Swear on my life.
Hey, Jenny. The last thing I told her, I'll give it to you if you put 2 of yours up. She said okay. She said okay.
Obviously, I have chosen to nominate Rachel and Janelle for eviction. Kaser and I have had a little understanding. I know he's very upset with me right now. Get Kaser up. Kaser.
At the veto meeting, Jennifer betrayed Kaser and shocked the house.
And I nominate Kaser.
If she thinks that giving your word and breaking it is okay, then she's got another thing coming.
By a unanimous vote, Kaser, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house. Janelle, congratulations. For the first time, you are the head of household. Jennifer, please hand over the key to the HOH bedroom. Who is your first nominee?
Jennifer.
Jennifer, please take a seat in one of the nomination chairs.
Jennifer did not deserve HOH last week. Kaser gave it to her, and she screwed him over royally, and now I want to screw her over royally. I am so excited that I won. You know, what goes around comes around, and these people had it coming.
By a vote of 5-1, Jennifer, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
Let's talk about the ever so infamous clown shoe incident from Big Brother 13. Jeff Schroeder, Big Jeff. America's two-time favorite house guest and wizard enthusiast, Jeff has a peculiar way of playing Big Brother. He basically plays on a two-dimensional battlefield. Kind of like he's stuck in the era of the Super Nintendo, meanwhile we're all playing Xbox. You're either with him or against him. There's a clear line in the sand, and that's just how he rolls. None of this double dealing, none of these secret alliances and shady side deals. He is a straight shooter, and what you see is what you get. And yeah, okay, as far as existing outside of the house goes, that's not the worst way to be. But inside the house, this mentality tends to lend itself toward the ever so lovely trait of self-righteousness. One of my least favorite traits in humans. Basically, Jeff can't stomach anyone turning on him, especially if they were working with him beforehand. It grinds his gears when people lie in a game where only one person can win. And let's just not pay attention to the fact that he was playing on an uneven playing field with his girlfriend Jordan by his side. We'll just ignore that fact. Never mind he was capable of winning comps any day of the week, making him a huge threat. Never mind he was likely gonna win a jury vote against anyone, making him the biggest threat in the game. What's a player to do with Big Jeff? Perhaps, I don't know, turn on him? Because that's what his ally Shelly did at the final 8. Jeff was HOH, he wanted Danielle evicted, and he needed 3 votes. He had Jordan, Rachel, and presumably Shelly. But then Shelly talked with Adam about flipping the vote, and Adam didn't want to do that, and he ratted Shelly out, and Jeff took this news rather well, all things considered. He was kind, understanding. He didn't raise his voice or get frustrated. After all, he had the 3 votes with Adam joining him. Even if Shelly did flip, it wouldn't matter. That's silly Shelly, which meant Jeff could employ good jury management by not getting upset, not getting angry, and no, it was a shit show. Jeff was livid at Shelly for thinking about turning on him. He lost his cool. And what a terrible time to do just that. Because right after Danielle was evicted, Kalia won HOH, nominated Jeff, and then Jeff lost the veto comp with the clown shoe when he accidentally threw it out of his play area. Portia won the veto, and now, all of a sudden, Jeff needed Shelly's vote to keep himself in the game. And it was at this moment he knew, oh, how the turntables have turned. The woman he was just blowing up at not long before was the deciding vote on his eviction. And yes, while she was a rat, he was a goner.
Adam doesn't use Adam's brain. Adam uses Jeff's brain. This doofus Adam Peridiam is the deciding vote.
I'm heartbroken a little bit because I talk night in and night out with my heart to Shelly. This is how she repays me. She acts like she's 100% on Jordan and I's side, but is she really?
When I saw Jeff acting a little bit weird, I thought that someone had spilled the beans about me trying to get Danielle to stay in the house.
And she's like, you're sticking with. I'm like, I'm voting Danielle out.
See? Why were you in on a plan? You were gonna vote to keep her? Specifically.
Jeff, there's nothing wrong with being with people 100%. You look at all your options. You
look at all your, I know, you have a lot of options, Shelly. You have options with everybody in this house.
You're so funny, Jeff.
I'm so funny. I get my hands dirty with a good move.
You
and
get
now
your hand.
I'm the one every week that I'm like, listen, we're gonna win. It's us, it's us. And you're doing plans behind my back?
Jeff, every person in here is doing plans behind your back. Jeff, I think right now you're acting like about a 5-year-old.
5-year-olds run back and forth. I'm straight up.
We made a discussion, you included, to keep Danny in for the fact that everyone's talking about you guys getting to the end and no one having a chance.
But obviously you're exploring other options because you think the grass is greener. No matter who wins, Shelly, you're good.
Jeff, I can explore whatever I want. If that's what you think, that's fine.
Go ahead.
All right, I'm done with you.
Gonna stick to my word. Jeff, Rachel, I'm nominating you guys for this.
It's what Danielle would have wanted for me not to use this veto this week. So good luck, guys.
Shelly's vote. What? I need Shelly's vote. Honestly, you're gonna vote now.
Jeff, come on. There is no.
Dude, vote for me, dude, because she's gonna vote for me.
That's why. Okay.
Give me another chance, Shell. Give me another chance, Shell. Everything I did for you.
I'm sorry, Jeff, but you stand between this for my family.
Let's finally bring the karma into HD, as the next season is rife with karmic eliminations across the board. But I think the one ouster that takes the sad birthday cake is Jack's eviction from Big Brother 21. Remember Jack? The guy who looked like Aquaman and had a lot of promise going into the season? Any preseason analysis is a minefield of bad takes, and BB21 really blew up in our face within just the first week. We see a mega alliance form with Grateful, we see the 6 Shooters alliance form within, and we see a lot of terrible behavior and groupthink overtaking this cast as they continuously ostracized a few players. And Jack was one of the worst offenders here, how he linked up with Jackson right away, and was all around acting like a total douchebag to Kemi, Nicole, David, and Ovi. There was a twist this season where the evicted players had to wear a camp uniform and sleep in the have-not room, waiting for a chance to return to the game. Well, Jack won the second HOH, and with the power getting to his head, also kind of known as him just being himself, he told everyone in the house that nobody was allowed to strategize with the evicted players. Oh, how lovely. He also went on to mandate where shaker bottles were allowed to be placed within the fridge. For 43 days, Jack's alliance controlled the game until one fateful evening, Karma finally reared its beautiful head. The 6 Shooters alliance all began to shoot themselves, and this was largely thanks to Jack's loose lips with keeping secrets. Following the chaos that was Jack's alliance self-destructing, one of the outsiders, Jess, won the next HOH and unquestionably nominated both Jack and Jackson for eviction. And then she went on to win the veto too and kept the 2 men on the block, because she vibes like that. Jack and Jackson squirmed all week, fought to stay, got all in their feels, could say they got a taste of their own medicine, and eventually Jack was ousted in celebratory fashion. This is one of the greatest and most unexpected evictions of any boot order, to see Jess clutch both comps like that, to see Jack fall from so high, and the season was made all the better for it.
The correct answer is true. That means Jessica is our new head of household.
Look who's got the key, baby! I went from banishment to being on the block twice to being HOH. You can't make this stuff up, guys.
But what you're seeing right now is humility and accepting defeat, and
I'm just in this empowered mood of like, I don't give a flying.
I have nominated you, Mickey, and you, Jack.
There is some type of just sweet revenge, because one banished me, one had me on the block.
This is a really hard game, and I just made a wrong choice. I betrayed a friend, and it just sucks.
Congratulations, Jessica! You have won the Golden Power of Eden!
Jessica wins the power of veto. I get to bring home an angry alien. And I probably get to stay on the block.
Bling bling. Oh, hello? Oh, Jack, it's for you. It's the jury house. What was that? They say they're waiting for you.
By a vote of 6 to 2, Jack, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Last, but certainly not least, let's round out this 5 with the most modern instance of blindside butterbeans going down the gullet in one of the most inglorious of ways. Daniel and Nicole from Big Brother 24, the 2 players who aided in controlling the first few weeks of the season, aided in ostracizing the eventual winner of the season, and aided in giving me some of my favorite weeks of Big Brother in recent memory. Oh boy. Where do I start with these 2? They were insufferable on the live feeds, very holier than thou when in power, and somehow just as equally miserable when they were crashing and burning too. In week 3, a twist was introduced where everyone in the game was paired up as a duo. And go figure, Nicole was paired with Taylor, the one woman she disliked more than anyone. Mind you, Taylor was a saint. She deserved none of Nicole's BS, let alone Daniel trying to pick a fight with her in the bathroom. Can a woman eat some Lay's in peace? Likewise, a counter-alliance was formed to overthrow Daniel and Nicole's reign. The leftovers came together to hatch a scheme to blindside the 2 of them and vote out Amira. And they did. And it was juicy. And all of that is just context because we get to week 4 and this is where the karma really sets in. So the fake plan was to have the house blindside Taylor, which meant by the end of the week, Nicole and Taylor were going to be nominated next to each other because of the duo twist. Daniel then won the veto and was strongly considering using it to get Nicole and Taylor nominated, but the problem was that he wasn't sure if he actually had the votes to get Taylor out. Deep down, Daniel believed if he got Nicole on the block, she would certainly stay in the game because she was next to Taylor. I mean, how could anyone in their wildest dreams keep Taylor over Nicole? Even more amusing was how Daniel's duo partner, Kyle, wanted Daniel to not use the veto so they could save Nicole so he could get Alyssa ousted instead. But Daniel wanted to use the veto because he believed Nicole was guaranteed to stay and he truly had the votes to keep her. He thought Monty, the HOH, was scrambling and scared of Daniel using the veto to put Taylor up. It was a wacky week of backwards gameplay. This whole tug of war of conflicting motives was a sight to behold. Let me just tell you, the feeds were wild leading up to this veto ceremony, and ultimately Daniel did use the veto. Nicole and Taylor went on the block as planned, and then both Daniel and Nicole were instantly blindsided when she was voted out over Taylor. Let me remind you, this is despite Daniel winning the veto, despite Daniel having the power to not have Nicole go up at all. He really doubled down on the blindside karma beans this week. Some say he and Nicole are still waiting to this day for their call to be on The Amazing Race.
Chips before workout? Just stop. From this point on, just stop.
With the Lays?
No, with your fake. You can right off. You don't think America's watching all that?
This is getting intense now.
You don't think so? From here on out, do not speak to me.
With a score of 5, Kyle and Daniel, you have won the golden power of veto!
I need to convince Daniel and Nicole that it's in their best interest to decide to not use the power of veto this week.
Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up, Monty. I've been trained to know when somebody is lying to me. And right now, you're dropping a load of crap. I have the numbers to stay.
It sounded like Monty's fully aware that he doesn't have the votes to get rid of Nicole this week, as I've been suspecting that he's been trying to do. If you don't want me to use this veto, I'm 100% going to use it. We have decided to use the power of veto on Indy and Alyssa.
Nicole and Taylor.
Monty, I saw what you were doing, but I think you're gonna be disappointed come eviction night. Ugh, just killing it. We're killing it today. So amazing.
Nicole, to quote a Big Brother superfan, Rihanna, you look so dumb right now.
By a vote of 9 to 1, Nicole, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
And that's it. Those are my top 5 karmic eliminations in Big Brother. From boomerangs to golden keys to clown shoes to shaker bottles to the whole damn circus coming into town. That's where I'm leaving ya. Let me know what you think about these 5 and any others that would go into your personal top 5. A big thank you to my patrons for all your support, for inducing good karma in life with your decisions. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, assuming you weren't in it. Don't forget to stay humble on your way in and out of the house. And I will see you in the next one once I book a cameo from Karma Electra. That's gotta bring me good karma, right?
All I gotta say is karma's a boomerang that's coming back at you. I'll see you sooner than later.
But Karma will come see you. I'm like, jeez. Well, I don't know what karma is. But, I don't get that either because I don't believe in karma. I didn't know if he meant Karma Electra. I don't know what the word means, and maybe it is Karma Electra. No, what do you mean? Because that'd be cool. Because I could throw some dance moves with her now. I like to dance.